What's up, everyone? Mythic Gaming here, joined by Quick Fuse and Fulcrum. We're missing only User Frag and Mr. Beast at the moment, but we might have at least one of them on by the end of the podcast before I have to head off to go cast some Halo Reckley. But tonight we are going to discuss our HCS London predictions with a little bit of a precursor. We had a couple of lands that a couple of events that took place. We had one land in Orlando called Titans of Orlando, hosted by LVT. Then we had the HCS London qualifiers, and we're going to get into discussions here in just a minute. But to briefly touch up, did any of you actually catch the Titans of Orlando event? Did y'all get to watch any of that?
No, I didn't see any of it.
We didn't get to see any of it. I watched a little bit over the past week. Um, I did get to play in the free for all, and there was a couple of really good players that also were on a four stack with Ty Reverb. There was Uzi and Zuzi, and they're really actually really good players. They were taking on the likes of GBX, which was the Bound and Renegade squad with Legend and Tusk, and they're actually going to London. They are probably already there by now, I'm sure. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how far they can go. But they played very well. Followed by also Kraken. We had Gunny. It was a Gunplexions team. They looked pretty good as well. They didn't get as far as they probably wanted to, but I think they took about third place out of the whole event, which isn't bad. And actually, Gunplexion ended up winning that event. But yeah, did you get to catch any of that, Fulcrum? When
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw some of it. I watched the FFA, and I saw a handful of games from the 4v4. I know, yeah, Uzi, their team is Scion, and they took a
Yeah,
Slayer off of GBX, like you were
they
saying, so
did.
that was super impressive. Yeah, it was a great tournament. I think it was really good, really
Yeah,
well handled.
it was a pretty good land. There was some difficulties they had with the setups there, but the land actually turned out to be a pretty good one. I followed up with the finals today, uh, and to kind of briefly skimmed through the rest of the games. Kraken was looking very well.
Oh yeah,
But
they
yeah,
look
like
good.
the Scion really surprised me. These guys kind of came out of nowhere. I've never heard of them before that event. So
Scion Esports?
yeah, well, I heard of them, but I didn't hear the player names. Zuzi and Yuzi, they're brothers, and
Oh, okay.
but yeah, they're going to be in ACS London. Hopefully, we get to see those results in the open bracket when that takes place. But yeah, that event was a banger. You know, GBX came out on top. They won the whole thing. Rebellion actually reset the bracket at one point, but GBX clutched out in the reset. Did very well, and they picked up played pretty, pretty on par, as you would say. Yeah, moving on, we had HCS London qualifier, and that one that one looked pretty interesting as well. Proton took two series off of Sentinels. They only dropped 3 games in that particular matchup. Native Gaming had a lot of trouble. They ended up losing to Still Deciding, which was I think it was like wasn't that King Nick and Kulek's team at the time?
Yeah, that was.
At the time before he got picked up by Proton. But yeah, Proton they're looking really good with Kulek, man. You guys got any comments about that?
Not really. I agree. I just agree. Yeah, they're looking really good with Collect. I'm excited to see how they're able to do it in London.
Yeah, I would say Proton's probably going to be top 6 in London. Again, it's the first event that Truck has been back, right? And Truck is
Yeah.
one hell of a player. He's a difference maker. And now that
Oh,
he is
dude.
back, that makes that squad even more dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. You know, honestly, I think they could probably get further than top 6 if they're really on their game. I think they have the
Definitely
capability.
could.
They have the capability, at least. I think making top 4 if they play it very well. I can't wait to see their matchup.
I still think they're going to beat out FaZe for sure.
They could definitely be phased. They have what it takes. That's for sure. FaZe has been looking. They've still been looking kind of rough here lately.
They have been looking really rough lately, and I don't know if it's just a...
I don't really know what's going on. Also, Rebellion, they've been playing very well, but they had a trouble with that pickup team, which obviously they're really good players they had to play against at the Titans of Orlando event. But
I was a little surprised that they didn't win that.
yeah, I honestly thought they were probably going to win the whole thing, but I knew that I knew that the Bound and Renegade and Legend and Tusk matchup or roster very well, obviously. They don't really play together on fours, but they know how to play the game, and how to play off each other. They play a lot of twos together and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like they should have won just because that was a pickup game.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to affect them in any way going into lands. I expect them to do very well. At least in my predictions, I definitely have them. But yeah, let's move on, I guess. You know, everybody's predictions. Starting off with either of you first. We can go, like, I guess, like top 8 or whatever. What do you have, Fulcrum? Who do you think's going to take 8th place? The 7th, 8th spot.
Well, to be kind of off the top of my head here, I haven't written anything
I have
down for this
the
episode,
pool to
but-
pull it up if you want me to tell you the pool teams. Because you got Space Station pool A with Proton. It's B3
Yeah.
you got Optic and pool B with Quadrant and Sentinels, followed up by the other bracket team. Then you got Phase, Complexity and C9 and Pool C, and then Pool D is Shopify, the Exfo roster, and the native.
Yeah, the Exfo. Into the breach. Into the breach.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll go from 1st down to 8th if
Okay,
that's
let's do
alright.
that. That's fine.
So I got Optic taking the event. If we want to, I feel like I'll just kind of run through the list so we don't get too long on explanations. We can talk about it afterwards. But I got Optic coming in 1st. I think Space Station will meet them in grand finals, but not quite take it and come in 2nd. In 3rd, I think I have Sentinels actually taking 3rd in this event. I just feel really good about them, especially going into LAN. I know they've been kind of hot or cold at moments lately.
Yeah.
But I just feel really confident about this Sentinels roster going into London. So I have them in 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Okay.
Well, I guess 4th is separate. 4th,
Yeah, 4th is separate. Yeah.
I think 4th I'll say Phase.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't think they're gonna do terrible this event, but I still don't think
Wait.
they're gonna be able to.
Wait. Who did you have 1st and 2nd again?
Optic SSG.
Okay, so you got them, and then Sentinels in 3rd, and then
Sen
wow.
3rd.
Mm.
I think I got. Well, actually, hold on. Let me one more. I'll say Shopify.
Dang.
5th, 6th, I'll say FaZe and Native Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
7th, 8th, I'll go Complexity, Proton.
Complexity and Proton in 7th, 8th. What was 5th, 6th again?
5th, 6th, I'll say Native and FaZe.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Phase. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think FaZe is going to do terrible this event, but I mean, 5th, 6th for them isn't a good placing, but and they just going to have to prove everybody wrong, because I don't feel confident about them right now.
They
About
they just
FaZe?
haven't been, they haven't been playing confidently, I feel like, as they once were. This is the land to really kind of like prove us wrong, you know? Prove us that you
Yeah.
can still contest for the 1st place.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I fully expect them to at least bring their A game, but you know, are they gonna click? That's the question.
Hmm.
I really don't know what's happening with them. Maybe it's the bandit meta, possibly.
Yeah, it could be, but again, if the Bandit plays similar to the H5 pistol, right, and that team was one of the best teams in Halo 5.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you should think it worked out for them. They've all played tons of Halo 5. Even though, I mean, it does feel different. It's not the same, but it does play similar. Like, it's a 5-shot weapon.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, what are your predictions to the top 8? Okay.
Oh, let's see. Let's start. I think Sentinel's just gonna break into the top 8.
Okay.
Um,
He's got a completely different opinion on that one. Nice.
100%. I don't think they haven't really proved themselves online versus some of the other teams. I think one of the Euro teams are going to be coming out hot. I think with the top 6 that Into the Breach, the former full roster, is kind of just played. I think they're not going to be able to beat out some of these teams that are fully now, like Proton Gaming, right now that they have a full proper roster. I don't think they're going to beat them out. But I still think they're going to place in the top 8. I got them set at 7.
Okay. So Foe and Sentinel is 7th, 8th, right?
8th and 7th, yeah.
8th and 7th, yeah.
Right? And then it's a toss-up for 5th and 6th for me. FaZe hasn't done it for me lately. They're 5th and 6th, and we can't sleep on complexity. Right? Especially now with Spartan on the roster, right? If Spartan's at 100%, that's going to elevate that roster big time.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Right, so I have complexity and FaZe. They can flip-flop at 5th and 6th.
Okay.
I've got Rebellion at 3.
Okay.
And 3-4 is Rebellion and Proton Gaming. Like, Proton looks super dominant in that last open, right, for the qualifier.
Yeah.
Right, they look very good. They've got the chemistry there. Again, they're that old KCP roster for the most part, right, and they've just switched out one player. And then the top 2, I got Optic SSG. They're the teams to beat at this tournament, again, depending on how everything kind of goes with kind of the jet lag and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I know lots of the teams, they were there Monday, Tuesday, so that they can get kind of prepared with kind of the jet lag and the time zone change and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to play a big part. But like I said, I still think it's Optics. It's Optics' turning to take.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I wanted SSG to win last time, and they ended up, doing that. And I'd still like to see them win again, but I really do think, for my predictions, I think Optic's going to take first. I really do. They've been looking great. They've been scrimming their ass off. Like, literally every day I see a formal tweet about a scrim, and they've been just on top of it. And they've also done very well in scrims. Even though that doesn't really necessarily matter, they've done well. So I got them first. I got SSG second. Honestly, I don't know about third. Like, I'm really hoping FaZe can take third, but I kind of feel like we might see Shopify take third. Honestly,
I think so.
really do.
Rebellion has been dominant in almost every aspect, right? Their slaying capability and stuff is insane.
Yeah, exactly. So I got them in third. I'm gonna put FaZe fourth. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt here, just because, they've pretty much been a top 4 team the entire time, at least the top 3 for sure. And so fourth for them. 5th, 6th, I would probably honestly go with. I'd probably go with Complexity and Proton. 5th, 6th. I think Proton's more than capable of getting to the top 4, but they're going to have to get through FaZe, they're going to have to get through Shopify, probably Optic or SSG at some point. They'll probably have to play either of them as well. So that's going to be difficult. This is a very, very tight top 8 here. It could really go anyway. But 7th, 8th, I would probably put Quadrant in one of those spots and Sentinels. Sentinels still have it. They still got some to prove. Quadrant have some to prove. And, I think those spots are secure for them. And they, too, also could take a 5th, 6th, or even a 4th spot, depending on how they play or how they show up. That's what my top 8 looks like. But yeah, I guess we just got booted.
I did too. I got booted while I was scrolling my top 8.
Sorry, yeah, I got booted. It took forever. But yeah, guys, I mean those predictions I think are pretty solid predictions. I mean everybody's is kind of. I like that you got Sentinels so high up there.
I know I probably got some hot takes in my predictions, but I pick from the heart, not so much the brain, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a little bit of both.
You gotta put a few teams in there that you want to win. You want to see do good. So Sentinels is a good squad still. Like, they still have it. But they're gonna have a lot of just heavy competition. This is not gonna be a walk in the park for them. It's gonna be very, very difficult. But I'd like to see what Beast has to say, and he's not here with us tonight, guys. But at the moment, he might
He
be
is
here
in the
very
chat
shortly.
though.
Oh, he is in the chat.
He is in the chat.
Let me pull up the chat here. Oh, that ain't me streaming. That ain't me streaming, Beast. That's Kelly running the game volume.
Yeah, I turned it down on my end.
Okay. All right, so he's got Optic in first, SSG second, Shopify third, followed by FaZe and Sentinels in the fifth, sixth spot. He's got tapping buttons.
Bro, tapping
Dude, oh,
buttons.
team,
Whatever team tapping buttons on is top 7. or is top 8.
Okay. I think that's
Yeah.
a SWAT team, SWAT Latam or whatever.
Yeah.
So, Foe and that team taking the 7th, 8th spot with Sentinels and Proton taking 5th, 6th. All right, I like that prediction. We both have Optic winning, followed by you, Kelly. And wait, who did you have in first?
Optic.
Optic. So
We all have
Optic.
all Optic, yeah.
This is
Green
their
wall, baby.
this. I'm not like the biggest Optic fan, but I like the roster obviously. And this definitely has got to be their event to win. I mean,
I think so for sure.
They fell just a little bit short at Arlington. They were super close to taking that whole event. They got blown out. Unfortunately, they got blown out on Solitude Strongholds, but that kind of killed their momentum. They were neck and neck with SSG all the way up until the end, until that point. So,
still too quiet.
Yeah, we don't. I'm too quiet.
Apparently, yeah.
It's probably because you have my volume turned down in Discord or something.
No, I have it pretty loud.
I can turn my gain up. What about now? He says I'm quiet. Let's see. Wonder why. Yeah, my mic's still a normal volume, I think.
Let's just turn that up.
But yeah, guys, he needs more. I got the gain all the way up, so I don't know what to do on that.
There we go. I cranked it on my end of things. And
Yo, testing, Beast. Can you hear me? Does that sound good? I mean, my mouth is right on there. Yeah, he said.
There we go.
Perfect.
I will say, just as a little side note, congratulations to the old Foe roster. They finally got picked up by an org.
Yep.
And I haven't heard of them Into the Breach, but they seem to be a pretty big org in Europe. So yeah, I was really glad to see that because they've deserved a home for a while.
What was interesting was that they want to be, one of those orgs that sticks around with Halo, and as it grows, grow themselves. And
I saw that. That's another thing.
It's really good to see that. But let's talk about it for a second. That Halo's kind of like, I don't know, just in my opinion, I feel like it's kind of on the downtrend with the after this season. We don't really know what's going to happen. Do you guys think it's a good time to get into Halo? Like what are your opinions on kind of stepping into the fray like that, as an org and trying to, you're putting money on the line to send these teams to events. So what are your thoughts about that?
I think it's great. I think it's really good. I think if more orgs started to do that, it would put some fire under not only the HCS team, but just the Halo team in general. Because that's been like a resounding opinion. Excuse me. That's been like a resounding opinion for a while. And I feel like if more orgs started getting back into Halo, it would be a really good thing for the game in general. And I'm really happy to see it anytime a new org comes back into the game.
Yeah, like Straight Rippin' just got back in it, obviously. They haven't picked up a team, but they've been selling merch like crazy, and they've literally sold out of like hoodies at events, that they've been to. And they're going to be at London as well, so make sure you go out and check their merch booth. I don't think T2 is going to be there himself, but I know the booth is going to be there.
I'll be wearing my Straight Rippin' SSG hoodie at Worlds for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to bring that along. I got the cream one that they were selling at Arlington.
That one looked clean.
Yeah, it's just very simple, very clean, Straight Rippin' on the front. Really, there's no logos on it. It's just I love the color of it. Very good, quality material for the hoodie itself as well. But yeah, can't wait to see who Straight Rippin picks up here in the future. I really kind of thought, I'm going to be honest, I kind of thought they were going to pick up Foe. I really did. I was like, when they announced that they were getting signed, I was like, Straight Rippin, this is like the only team I can see them, at the moment signing besides maybe another team like Proton or something if they got dropped or whatever reason by the org. I could see Proton Gaming roster maybe get picked up, but like I kind of felt like Foe was going to get picked up by Straight just for this event because I knew Straight Rippin was going to be at London, so it would have been like almost a perfect opportunity to really represent the org and probably sell out some merch because everybody's on the Woodham hype train lately. I know that I am. He's a great player. I can't wait to see him play. It's going to be very exciting. And also, I believe Monster is going to be unfortunately playing the open bracket, but he's apparently going to be playing mouse and keyboard.
He is playing on M&K, but if you notice in the top 10 clips, all of his clips were from his M&K stuff. So it's pretty phenomenal player, like in terms of being able to switch back and forth and being at that high level on regardless of what input. I don't know if you and C4, if you and Folk have the stream pulled up, but I just pulled up this post on the YouTube official community page that has caught some traction. And I just wanted to talk about the growing up part of it, right? So growing up, right, is realizing Spartans do die, right? What is everybody's thoughts? What do you think that means? Does that mean it goes back to that is Halo dead, right? Like, is that 343 saying that this is the end of the Halo Infinite series or the Halo series in general?
I don't know.
I don't think it's that deep.
I think it's possibility that we just heard. I'm just taking a stab at the theory here, but we heard about Unreal Engine. There's some more news coming out and just rumors that Unreal Engine's going to be obviously the new Halo engine going forward, and that Halo 7 is being developed right now. Obviously, we've kind of known this for a while, but it's just kind of being reiterated here again by like Mint Blitz and like that particular community. But maybe like we'll see like Master Chief die in the next game. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he like goes MIA again or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, again, if you look at the last picture, Spartans do die. It's not a. It's
a reach.
It's a reach helmet, right?
Yeah.
It's not the Chiefs helmet. It's not anything like that, right?
Sure.
Like it's just one of those things. So it's just funny. Like when I scroll through some of these comments and everything on it, everybody is just basically stating that it's the end of the franchise, stuff like that. Like everybody, they're just saying that 343 has officially said, "Hey, we killed this series."
I mean, dude, I'll be brutally honest. They have butchered the fuck out of this series.
I agree, 100%.
To a certain extent. I mean, like you Reach was not their fault. Obviously, they actually fixed Reach and made it better with the V7 settings, no sprint, no bloom. That was beautiful. They did a great job there because they took the mantle from Bungie. That was the first first chance they had to really do this series of justice. And coming into Halo 4, I was there launch night, picked the game up, played it, thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. I thought it was fun at first, and then like you realize like how much shit was missing from that game. Like there was no ranked playlist. The guns sounded like fucking squirt guns. I don't know. There was a lot of this gameplay issues that could have been. The gameplay wasn't terrible, but like it could have just been so much better, And then there was just a lot of missed opportunity with that one, and I don't want to dive into it too much. But Halo 5, very fun multiplayer in my opinion, one of the best, but just launched kind of like bare bones. Like there was no oddball, there was no assault, there was no forge, there was no I don't even think there was theater right off the rip as soon as it came out. They didn't have social playlists, they didn't have any custom in-house dev made big team maps. It was very rough start, to the entry there. And then also don't forget that they fucked up MCC like with that launch. It was just one of the worst launches in video game history.
Yes, 100%. And then Infinite was pretty close to around.
And it really just all comes down to execution, in my opinion. Like there's so many things that Halo has done right. and all they got to do is just package the shit. Take the features from each game that made the game special, put it in one fucking game. Excuse my language. Put it in one fucking game, and just package that bitch, man. Give us what we want, man. Give us a nice ranking system. Give us the customization everybody has wanted. Give us, maybe give us clans back or proximity chat, some cool features that made it fun, something to make it a little bit more sociable, pre-game lobbies, give us Forge off the rip. Like Infinite's Forge is amazing. Best Forge ever. Give us that. Give us the H3 theater system back. Take some of those aspects from some of the games, like Warzone from Halo 5 was great. Bring that back.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to, right?
Bring Evade back from Reach. I actually liked Evade. That was a fun pickup.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead. What y'all think?
Yeah, again, they've done a pretty bad job with it. But I will say that this Halo Infinite is by far my most played Halo game. I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy almost everything about it. Yes, there is some glitches that should be worked out, but it is by far my personal favorite Halo game that I've played in the kind of recent times, obviously, right? Like, if I go back 15 years or 17 years when I was playing Halo 3, of course, those are just nostalgic times more so than anything, right? If I jump into Halo 3 now, I find it clunky, I find it slow, I just find that kind of stuff myself personally. But I still think it's going to be a pretty good opportunity here to see what they do with the next game, if there's going to be a next game, and what they do with Unreal Engine. Because Unreal Engine is by far a more superior company and engine to use for gaming across the board.
Yeah, no doubt it is. I mean, I'm excited to see like how HCS and Halo is going to transition after this season's over. Like, are we going to see more lands next year? I really kind of highly doubt it personally. Or are we going to jump into like, some community grassroots events like they kind of did
in the Titans of Orlando?
Yeah, something like that. Like, because like between Halo 5 and Infinite, there was like, there was Halo 3 tournaments going on. There was Reach. There was H2A tournaments. There was some Halo 5 tournaments going on. Are we going to see like a return to that type of form? Or are we going to go back to the roots here and like play some of those? Be interesting to see. Are we going to, I'm sure we're going to get more Infinite tournaments like next year. Like there'll be a lot of online stuff. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. But would you guys be, willing to play in some of those grassroots like type tournaments?
I'll still be playing Infinite, man. I mean, this is again speaking from the heart. It's more of a hope thing, but I think there will be a next Infinite season.
I think so.
Well, but if there's not, yeah, I'll definitely still be
money
playing.
Saved in my pocket. I'll be racking up the flyer miles for the next time we have plans. So now I know that there will probably be like, if there's no like official lands, there will be some Vegas lands, because there's a whole Vegas like Discord where they get together in Vegas and run like Halo 2 and Infinite and whatever else they do. So, I might show up to one of those at some point in the future. So that'd be kind of fun to participate in some of those. And there's all the opportunities in the world just to host a bunch of online stuff. But yeah, like my sources tell me, I have a source, and it looks like, they are looking at maybe having another season. It's definitely not confirmed though. I guess, I mean, let's just be honest. I'm pretty sure Arlington was pretty much, I can't remember if it was sold out. I do believe it was, but we know that the Quadrant event sold out twice freaking times. Yeah, twice. And, it is a bit of a smaller venue, which is always kind of fun, honestly. Smaller venues are pretty fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, they're a little bit more tight packed, but gives you more opportunity to like meet people, because like it's not such a big space and it's hard to miss people in those types of spaces. And but yeah, we know that the space station event is probably going to be a blowout. I'm sure the Atlanta event's going to be a blast. It's probably going to be a success. And so will Worlds, obviously. We know Worlds will probably...
yeah, Worlds is going to be a fun time this year.
Oh, I can't wait, man. Yeah, I can't wait to meet up with everybody.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. But Yeah, is there anything else we want to talk about before we wrap the podcast?
Oh, I
up
just
for the night?
noticed that Beast there tuning into the chat was saying that slip space would have been fine if they didn't fire people.
Yeah, if they didn't mess with it. Yeah, if they didn't. Well, yeah, if they didn't fire people and do the whole like contracting thing, I think we would have been fine. You know, I don't know. It is what it is now. It's too late, but the ship's done sailed. But hopefully they learn from that mistake. You know, I really do hope they learn, because what we could have got. I mean, like, Halo Infinite was a success, like, for the first 2 weeks, right? It was just, you know, it was all over the fucking news. The gaming world. It was the only thing that being talked about at that particular time for the first couple weeks. And like, I just remember, man, being so excited for the official launch, and then we what we got in the official launch, just like, oh my lord, dude. It kind of makes you like depressed. Like at that time, I remember being so high, like on Infinite, and then like about a month or two in, I was just like, I don't know. I just didn't have any hope for the game. I'll be honest. I still played it, but I don't want to put too much faith in this next Halo. They're gonna have to prove to me.
I don't think the next Halo is going to be a mainline Halo game. I think it's going to be a side story game.
I honestly think I would prefer that, dude. I think they should focus on the story, because after all, that's what sold Halo initially, right?
100%.
You know, the story. And they did not do a good job with this campaign, in my opinion. I think I liked a lot of the elements.
A lot.
I didn't care for the story though, man. I thought the story was just kind of like, man. There was no big set pieces. You know, there was no scarab fights. You know, I was kind of hoping, you know, and I'm not saying that we need a scarab in every Halo game, but like, there was like no big moments for me personally. And the endless just, I don't know, man. I don't think they were it. And I think the game also too on Legendary just wasn't that challenging. I think the game needs to be a little bit more challenging, like Halo 2 level challenging, because that's probably one of the hardest campaigns I think out there.
Halo 2 is a little too hard on Legendary.
Too hard, huh?
It's like unnecessarily hard.
It is hard. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad people. I'm not saying I hate the campaign by no means. I just think it could have been way better. That's just, you know, that's how I kind of feel. It could have been. I think the story could have been way better. I think they should have picked up, honestly, where Halo 5 left off.
Yeah, see, but lots of people just think the Halo 5 story is just trash.
It was garbage. It was garbage.
Yeah, it was.
But I think I don't know. I think you could have wrote something pretty good out of it, potentially. You know, you didn't have to go like leave directly off, but Infinite didn't feel like a continuation at all of anything. It just felt
no.
like
Well, again, it's because they changed the timeline of everything, obviously, right? That's why it felt so different. I love the fact again, open world. Beast here has brought some really good points. That the open world was neat, but they needed some more varying environments, right? You kind of traversed over the same thing, the time. And he said the campaign was good. I personally really enjoyed the story of everything. I wish they didn't kill Atriox so quickly. I think that would have been a much better timeline and a much better thing. But it is pretty interesting how they have this now, the endless cape stuff, and where they could potentially go off and change something up, obviously.
Yeah, the environments were definitely something that could have been. Everything looked the same, like you said, but they have a lot of potential with this next Halo game to make it great. I'm really hoping it's more story driven though.
Atriox isn't dead though. I don't think.
I don't think he is he?
Atriox was in the legendary ending.
Okay.
I don't think we ever saw Atriox in Infinite.
No,
other than like cutscenes.
Yeah, at the beginning, and then it's assuming that he is dead, right? I might have to go back and rewatch the legendary ending.
Yeah.
Because I have watched it.
Yeah, Atriox theoretically should be like the big bad in the next main Halo game. Sheesh.
But guys, yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap it up in a minute. I gotta go cast some Halo Rec League, so that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be casting with Silver Fox tonight. We're gonna be hosting a live stream watch party this weekend with Mythic Gaming. We're gonna have Houdini joining us as well. He wants to cast some games, so that's gonna be fun. And then doing some sticker giveaways. And I got stickers for everybody here in the Mythic family. I'm saving y'all some. So
And
everybody at least gets one.
I will be there tomorrow. Cause I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be watching the games from work, so that's gonna be fun. But
Yeah, I'll be tuning in.
Oh, you're not going live tomorrow at all?
no, I'll be live Saturday. Unfortunately, I wish I could be live tomorrow, but I'll be live Saturday and all day Sunday. But yeah, dude, hey, you should if you got your stream set up, you should host a watch party, man. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I've never streamed before, so I don't know.
We should just get you set up for it.
All right. But look, I'm gonna hop out of here, everybody. Appreciate everybody that stopped to tune in. I'll let I'll let Quick Fuse and Fulcrum carry the torch for the remainder of the podcast. And yeah, it's been fun, and hopefully somebody's predictions come true here. I do think Optic's gonna win, so we'll probably all get that one right at least, hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, if we don't, we don't.
All right. But yeah, I'm gonna hop out. You guys have a great night, and I'll see y'all on the flip side.
Absolutely. Thanks
All
for
right,
watching,
T4.
guys.
Peace out.
All right, peace.
All right. Well, I think there, Folk. Do you have anything else
Behind
you
us,
want to touch
behind
base?
Not
terms
that I
of-
can think of, no.
I don't think there's really much. I know Beast here, he wants to campaign styles. A snow area, bring back the flood. A night area with some big plants and vines.
Yes.
And give us the arbiter for a successful Halo. Beast, we agree.
Checking all the boxes.
Maybe you should develop games. Yeah, that about sums it up, everybody. I know. Thank you so much for the people who have tuned in. Obviously,
Absolutely,
I
guys.
know
Thank you for watching.
I know we threw this kind of together pretty quickly. Beast, any closing thoughts? Obviously, if you're still there in the chat, that you kind of want to touch base on or anything. I know Folk and I here, we're gonna probably sign off here shortly, just in terms of getting back into some games and maybe some grinding and some stuff. We look forward to C4 hosting the watch party over the weekend. I know I will be in and out of it, obviously. And then I also do know that Folk will be in and out of the watch party as well. And same with Mr. Beast. But for us, it's really weird timing here in North America, obviously. Game starts 7 a.m. Eastern and 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Story Beast, you got to be up at 4 a.m. to watch some Halo this weekend. That sucks. But again, I think it's going to be a banger of event. The way Cogent has it all set up with the stage being in the center, right? Like, did you see that map, Fulcrum?
I did, yeah. That's very
Yeah,
cool.
I'm like,
and the
oh.
F1 car, the Quadrant F1 car was there. The whole set looks really, really good. I'm excited.
They're going all out for this one.
See
and
more
again,
of it, yeah.
it's a little too bad that I couldn't figure out how to get there, because it would have been a really nice one to kind of get to, obviously. But no, other than that, I got nothing else, Folk. If you don't have anything, C4's off to go cast, obviously. And
yeah, I think that's about it.
everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Follow all our socials. They're linked down below.